Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Tip-off goes to Denver. And here's Gordon. Pass to Brown. Ooh, excellent D there. From Barnes.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Now a timeout called by Denver. Here's Murray. Inside. Here's Brown. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Wemby. And he can't get that one. Pass to Porter. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Spurs. First quarter of play, a minute in. Vassell outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox.
You know, he's so smooth on his catch-and-shoot jump shots, and Vassell has a natural rhythm on them, too.
Now Porter. He's guarded by Vassell. And then Porter with the dunk.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pass to Vassell. Off target from outside. Here's Gordon. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, nice touch from the big man. Gordon just burrowing himself into the paint and going to work.
And, Coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me.
Are you actually off ball the whole time?
No one has found an answer.
Like, I see you switching off me every time.
He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
Defensive foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Fox, that's good.
Can't lose sight of Fox or allow him to feel comfortable looking to score this close.
Left side Murray. Down low. Here's Porter. Rebound San Antonio. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. To the wing on the left. Right side Wemby. Here's Vassell. Good. And the assist to Wemby. Vassell's got 6.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
Outside Murray. Out to the right wing. Poke loose. We've got 1:48 left to the first quarter here. Barnes, it's good.
Obviously, Fox has good on-ball instincts. He finds a wide-open guy and quickly feeds him.
Kept alive.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Jokic. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey Brian, Devin Vassell is progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allen. Thanks. The shot by Wemby, no good.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Jokic's shot is good.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Right side, Wemby. Pass to Castle. Clock at 6. Back to Wemby. Oh, Wemby throws it down.
And Wemby can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Oh, it's blocked by Wemby. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Barnes with it. Fox right side. Going inside, and it's Fox with the jump.
That's why you don't want to freaking guard. That's why.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Brown. Can't get it to fall. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. San Antonio on top, up 7. Quarter number 2 coming up.
I guess Shannon McDaniels, right. They don't have anything to get defended.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where
It's
we
eating
are.
you.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Pass to Sohan. To the paint. And out of bounds. Denver will have it. And Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting booth.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Here's Najee. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
Picked up by Sohan. To the middle. The kick out to Johnson. And here's Fox. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Oh, swiped away. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Watson. Here's a 3 from Paul. Watson with a rebound. Nuggets trail by 5. Pass to Porter. Now Watson. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Champagnie. He buries it from 3. Champagnie's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
Hits the 3-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Fox. Fox beats him inside. A slick move.
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
To the inside. Here's Brown. Oh, a rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Sohan. Shoots over Saric. It's hauled in by Saric.
Oh,
Nuggets
Dario's
trail
too
by
bad.
5. Will stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no
I hate
airspace
that
there
shit.
whatsoever.
What else can I do?
That's as close as
Yeah,
you
fuck
can get
you, bro.
without foul. Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to review the game plan.
And off ball in her game too. Like, don't act like you fucking ain't better. I saw that record.
San Antonio
That
with the
shit was
ball.
horrendous.
Wemby, high post. Oh, the body control and balance from Wemby.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with
I'm
the
out on that
contact
shit.
here.
How about that?
Down low.
Quick time out on that shit,
Rebounded by the Spurs.
buddy. Quick time out on that shit. There you
Right
go.
side, Paul.
Fucking-
Left side, Wembanyama.
Get
Wow,
fucking-
Victor takes it
How about
to
that?
him inside.
All too easy for
Well, now-
Wembanyama. He feels like no
now-
one can defend him inside.
I actually got to put in the work. Then for you and me.
Now Murray.
At
Pass
least
to
you're not
Brown.
stupid.
Here's Jokic.
Shoot it.
6 to shoot. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. There's 48
Scared to shoot
seconds
with
left
Jokic.
in the first half of this game. Here's Castle. And here's Wembanyama. Oh, nice finish
scared
from the
to
low
shoot,
block.
yo.
That one's good. And now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
A solid distributor.
Timeout.
Good to see the rookie
That.
Castle finds his open teammates like this.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Outside Murray. Puts it up from 15. Barnes with the rebound. Spurs lead by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Back to Wembanyama. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Jokic. And for some reason, he
I
decided
want-
to foul there.
I want
NBA,
Stephon
that's an
Castle.
odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Murray goes up and lays it
What
in
is
nice
that?
and easy. Murray's got 5 now.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Here's Wembanyama. Soft touch off the glass.
Watch that man right there.
And the Spurs lead by 7.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position
Dude,
inside.
fucking
And
stupid.
so it's Victor
ball went
Wembanyama
through
making
Wemby.
things happen
They
for the
fucking
Spurs.
ocean.
8 points in the quarter, showing how
The
effective he
game
can
just
be.
hates me. Like, I
We'll
actually
get
have
back
play
to the
so much
action
fucking
after
work.
this break.
Holy shit.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last
It
possession.
never gives me the steal.
Pass to Vassell.
Watch me the fucking
Barnes
steal.
with it. There's the 3.
Dude,
Gets the
yeah, I
3
gotta
ball to
work
go.
too.
5 points in the game.
Stupid fuck.
I love watching Fox distribute
The
the
game
ball,
is giving you back.
knowing it's part of his role to involve his
feel that.
teammates.
Oh,
Fucking
rejected by Wembanyama.
Good time out on that.
Here's Castle to the paint.
Good time out
And
on
he was
that.
fouled
And
in the
one.
act
How about
of
that?
shooting. Opportunity
That's
for a 3-point play
I
here.
ain't doing it again.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get
You
it
didn't think I
done
was
despite the
this
foul.
good.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
They
And
played
so
this
it's
like
Murray
this,
who
yeah.
brings up the ball for the Nuggets.
I wanted if
11-point
you actually
game.
guard me, I'd be guarding you.
Stand one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio
How about that?
Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect
been a
more
dunk like that.
than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter right here, too.
Good-looking guy.
And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Murray for three. It's hauled in by Wembenyama. On offense, here is San Antonio. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter.
Got you. Yeah.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
He actually good, like.
It goes on Aaron Gordon. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Outside Wembenyama. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. That shot is off. Gordon outside. Launches a three. San Antonio with a rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Fox outside. Wembenyama up top. Pass to Castle. Back to Barnes.
Stop doing that. Like, as soon as
just under 2.5 minutes into
the
third quarter.
Go on to somebody, you switch
Castle
off.
misses.
What the fuck is
and here's Gordon from the arc.
At least
rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, BA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Porter gets the bucket.
A talented shooter like Porter has no trouble with the mid-range. He makes it look almost easy.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that in Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Count it.
And this is how you execute through contact. Porter Jr. outworking the defense in style.
Man, I'm waiting. I don't care. It's like annoying to
pass to Vassell. Back to Wembanyama. Over Jokic. Porter with the steal.
You didn't do that. The computer
Gordon
did.
with it. Fox picks him up.
Back
to Jokic. Oh, that's too easy for Jokic when he gets inside position.
Good job, computer. Yeah,
well,
good job,
all
your
of us
computer.
coaches, we love when you can create looks in
You got
clubs.
your school.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
I'm going to get some nether.
Spurs lead by 8. Outside Paul. Sohan outside. Back to Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Quick timeout. Quick timeout.
9 points now in the second half. And there's the call on Jeremy Sohan. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Spurs on D. Now here's Westbrook. Šarić outside. Basket's good. Šarić has got his first 2 points.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Oh,
quick timeout.
Throws it down.
Timeout circle, timeout circle.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Watson. And he goes in for the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
San Antonio shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal. The effort, the position, the timing. Oh,
I wanted Wemby, not
that
fucking
instinct,
Silver.
he can sense where the rebound's going to go. And so the San Antonio Spurs with a 9-point. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nuggets trail by 9. Pass to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
An explosive talent. When Westbrook gets room to take flight, he goes for it.
Here's Wembanyama to the left side wing. Castle for 3. Second chance shot. They shoot again.
Can't stop the Indian.
Rebound by the Nuggets.
I just want to see if I can make this first.
Here's Saric. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his second personal foul.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
And Fox, here we go. The open shot, Barnes. Yes, and a nice assist from Fox. And the Spurs lead by 8. And it's Watson missing.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
San Antonio leading by 6. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, not enough to slow down Wembanyama.
I told you, you gotta get
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen. It doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
From outside the arc.
It's the only way you can
And
score.
again, it's Denver missing. On offense, here's San Antonio. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Fox outside to the middle. The jump hook. Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Here's Brown. And again, it's Denver missing. Pass to Castle.
And that's the kind of pressure Castle can put on a defense.
The Nuggets want a timeout. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
Allie, thank you. First one falls for him. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Let's hear you. That's right, fans. Give it up once again for your very own Denver Nuggets.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the inside. Here's Brown. Rebound San Antonio.
Clint.
Vassell outside. Pass to Wemby. Fox outside. Ooh, nice work inside by Fox.
What a smart pass from Wemby. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Here's Brown. And again, it's Denver missing.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Will stand perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniforms, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. Uses the glass on the layup. Wembanyama's got 6 in the quarter.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Spurs.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Counted from distance.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Fox outside.
Denver foul. Jamal Murray. That's his second personal foul. 13 foul.
Free throw's good for Fox.
And looking at Fox, a microwave scorer and Tasmanian devil running up and down the floor. A fun player to watch.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Here's Pickett. And again, Denver with a 3.
Okay, ready?
And San Antonio has possession. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Wembanyama with it. Down low. Here's Johnson. Watson with the rebound. And it's Westbrook with the ball for Denver. They trail by 16. Here's Pickett. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
GG. Yeah, quick timeout. I can't do it. I'm out of timeout. Yeah.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised.
Monster Wemby game. Fox balled out too. Felt good every time I had the ball with Fox.